Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for requesting a Kelly's Osho Zen reading. Before I get started, first of all, I have been channeling like crazy clarity today. Okay, a lot of stuff is coming through. A lot of stuff. So, I want to start this off with saying that a lot of the stuff you're feeling right now is collective consciousness. Um, the whole Robin Williams scene really knocked everybody off their ledges. So, and he brought depression onto the global table. And personally, depression is my least favorite emotion. Um, it's paralyzing for people, and it looks very different on every other person. There's some people that operate at that level on a daily basis. You know, these are those people that are numb, and you can see it in their eyes, or you can, um, and most of them are on some kind of drugs, and I mean pharmaceutical drugs. That's a whole nother, don't get me started on that. That stuff's coming. Anyways, my point is, know that a lot of the energies that you're feeling right now are not even yours. That it's the collective consciousness letting go of the depression story. Just, God, yeah, right? Let's be done with that story. And ultimately, the root of depression is it's suppressed anger. It's anger turned inwards. And it is self-loathing, and it's basically a biological call to action for change and self-love. But anyways, just know that a lot of what you're feeling is coming from that. It's coming from everywhere. So maybe look up on YouTube some kind of cleansing ritual, whatever works for you. Even taking a shower, getting in the water. The last week, every time it rains, actually in Miami right now, I run outside and I go wash off all that stuff that's not mine. So, anyways, let's get started. The current theme for you is the Fool. Okay, look this up. This is a ancient archetype, and it is a very special kind of master. It's the master of comedy. This is Robin Williams. He was the personification. He was a master fool, meaning we educate others through folly. It's called humor. It's called comedy. Jerry Lewis, George Carlin, Bob Hope. Look at his name, Bob Hope. Jim Carrey, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. I'm just thinking who like me. Bill Cosby. Oh my God, Steve Martin, Bill Murray. Oh God, I could go on and on and on. Think comedy. All comedy, one, is play, but it's also how we gently educate one another. It's one of my personal favorite teaching tools. And I know that when I am doing something ridiculous, which is at least once a day, and I do try to document when I'm making an ass of myself, because it's always entertaining. It's always entertaining. Anyways, I'm just thinking of me on security cameras in various parts of the world, flipping out on TSA or something. But anyways, you are the Fool, and this is your true nature, which means playful and silly and goofy and fun, little slapstick, little messy. We allow people to laugh at us, which helps them release those moments when they don't laugh at themselves. And to be quite honest, everyone's really just, there's a lot of people taking shit way too seriously, but don't get me started on that. Do your homework on the Fool. This is you. This is you. And because it showed up in the issue, this says you are not in you're not feeling fully you right now. So let's see what else is going on. Your next card is your yin, what's going on inside here, and you got past lives. This is a big deal card. This card basically says that okay, let's talk about it. Yes, it does mean past life stuff, but you know what? Let's forget the past. Let's go in the now. So this means anything, if you keep, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I mean, a few times when we do things over and over and we're open to new results, that's called an experiment. That's what scientists do. That's called scientific objective observation, whatever they're calling that name now. Yeah, but at a certain point, if it's not serving you, if you don't feel that this experience is making you feel more beautiful, more alive, more passionate, more in love, more joyful, more happy, more horny, all of those yummy things, then that is the message. The universe is saying, this is not working for you. This is not helping you. You should feel good. If you are not feeling good, this means whatever situation you're in is not working for you. Get the fuck out, So, and guess what? And I'm speaking from personal experience. When I have left unhealthy situations, and my God, there's been many since I've been in Miami, I realized it was about self-love, and that my well-being and my peace and my joy were more valuable than shelter. And guess what? I ended up in a hotel on the beach. And everything was in flow. It was magic, meeting magical people and experiences and gifts and abundance and everything. I was immediately rewarded. Notice every time we clarify our boundaries and we say, I am worth it. I am fucking worth it. Or anytime we say, I deserve better than this. And we get out and we say no to an old story, an old situation, an old pattern, we are instantly rewarded. And again, maybe you'll have to experience it to believe it. You just need to trust that everything is happening for a reason. And sometimes that reason is to tell you, you don't want this anymore. Yeah, I don't want drama anymore. I've been in that place so many times, things like that. So that's what the past life, this says there's some heavy stuff going on. And keep in mind, this is global right now. It's not just you. So no, you're not alone. You're never alone. Anyways, the next card is your yang, what you're projecting out. So it's going to be mirrored back to you. And abundance, okay? So this says what you need to do is start sharing whatever you can, and more abundance, and do abundance meditations. Whatever that looks like to you. My gosh, if you do a search on the internet for abundance meditations, it's infinite. It's beautiful. You could have any concoction, ceremonies, whatever, wish list. That's why I write, and show gratitude. The more gratitude you show, the more you get. For example, I have so many examples, and I post them every day. That's what I'm trying to share with people. I'd be like, look, this shit works. Anyways, well, it works for me. So, and it only works for the people that believe. So anyways, next is your to-do card. It's your inner homework, and it's comparison. Comparison is all about saying something is better, stronger, faster, quicker, that something is better or worth more than something else, and it's just not true. Everything has its unique strengths, its unique beauties, its unique powers, gifts, talents. This goes for people, plants, animals, minerals, everything. This is what true oneness is about. And everything has its unique weaknesses, and this all works like a puzzle. It's called symbiosis in ecosystem speak. That's the scientific term. And in order for there to be a balance and integration, everything fits perfectly. That's why you have this is why I did this announcement. as soon as I told everybody, okay, I owned up, I'm a healer, well, guess what? All these fucking sick people show up everywhere, of every kind of sick, even animals and plants. Like, it was getting ridiculous. And I was like, okay, no, I don't want sick people. Well, sick people were showing up because I said, I'm a healer. Okay, well, hey, there's the magic charm. Stop that story, and then the sick people will go away, and then they will learn how to heal themselves because everyone is on their own path, learning their own stuff. And we're just here to work on our story. And all of our stories are brilliant and cleverly interwoven, I might add. So next, let's see what's going on with work and home. Control. There's control issues being played out. Control, manipulation. Control is all about getting what we want. And what I'm trying to see what's showing up for me. This is played out by planning. You know, when we plan something, we're trying to have control of it. That's why whenever someone says, what are the plans, or what are you planning, or something, I'm like, okay, they're already trying to control the situation, which just makes me giggle. Because really, do we have any control? I mean, can you stop the sun from going around the globe? Can you stop the rain? I think some of those planes up there in chemtrails are doing a good job. But I'm just saying, look at control. That's what's showing up. And it could be that someone's trying to control you and you want to stop that story, right? We're trying, yeah, it's all about freedom. Freedom is the opposite of control. Freedom is the opposite of control. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, next card. And by the way, I see how ridiculous I look right now. I just make myself crack up. But anyways, your heart cards, you've got sorrow. And I know from our conversation earlier this morning that you were feeling it. Go through it. Let it out. Let it out. Release. That's what tears are for. Tears are literally your sadness, pain, old stories coming out of your fucking face. It's like, get out of my head. What a beautiful, let it out. Or scream. Or run. Or belly dance. Furious dancing. You need some dancing. You need some dancing. And by the way, if you do come over here, I do still want a belly dance class. Anyways, feel through this first. Feel through this first. Get it out. Clear it out. And that, as soon as you can laugh about a situation, even Jonestown, even genocide, even Israel-Palestine, mutilated kids, child soldiers, whatever crazy fuck shit people have done on this planet throughout history, and it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. When you can laugh about that stuff, you've healed. That's true healing. That's why I know when I get to crafting, which is crying and laughing together, because you get the cry, then you get to the cry, you're like, oh my God, and then you see how ridiculous you look. Your makeup's down here, your hair's like this, because I tend to go for the hair, whatever. When you're crafting, when you're laughing, that's healing, and that brings us back to the Fool card. Our comedians are our prophets. They are our strongest teachers. They are some of our most gentle teachers. They teach us to laugh. They show us where we're being ridiculous, and he instantly heal at the same time because you're laughing. Look how ridiculous I am. Look at my hair right now, and I discovered how I could make blue sparkle eyelashes, so I'm rather impressed. But anyways, go through the sorrow, feel through the sorrow. Do not suppress it, because depression is suppressed sorrow. Okay? Silence is your next card. So this says you need turn in, go somewhere, anywhere, find your sacred spot, anywhere you can. Hell, I've turned bus stops into fucking sacred spots. That's probably why that fucking Hallandale bus never shows up. Oh my God, that's why. I get stuck at that same bus stop because that's where I end up processing and I actually have some silence and people leave me alone and I can really silence while I'm sitting at a bus stop, which is kind of like Forrest Gump, which is ridiculous. Anyways, the conclusion of this kind of long reading here. The burden. I'm not surprised that this showed up at all. You take on other people's shit, their dramas, their worries, their fears, their dramas, stories, whatever. And it takes one to know one. I did this, well, pretty much for the whole fucking continent of Africa, and it just about killed me several times over. But taking on, you have your own, you are the hero of your story. And I just happen to be in your story, which is super awesome. Thank you very much for giving me a role. And you're the hero and you have unique challenges. You know, I'm talking like Joseph Campbell, you know, stuff here. So don't, as soon as you start letting other people freak out and spin in their own weird ways, as soon as you let others deal with their own addictions, deal with their own abuse, child, physical, whatever trauma, as long as you let other people deal with their shit and in a, you know, let those go with love and just hold that space as a true light worker of love, that they are smart enough, brilliant enough, gifted enough, talented enough to figure it out on their own. It will not only liberate you, it will liberate them. And if this doesn't make any sense, go to the Alcoholics Anonymous thing, look up the word enabling. Look up the word enabling. Because when we take on other people's shit, which, my God, I know I have done, and therefore I need to be really aware, and that's why I say no more of your shit, I'm going. It's liberating for both of you, all of you, all that are involved. So, yeah, this is a heavy reading. But you know what? The whole globe is kind of heavy right now, and it's being played out with external violence and also internal violence, which is what Robin Williams showed us. This is what internal, no matter how gifted you are, no matter how beautiful, no matter how rich, how famous, no matter how what, no matter what, if you have self-worth, if you don't love yourself, well, the ultimate form of violence is internal violence. And anyways, I could go on and on. But listen, you know you are welcome over here anytime. Wherever I am is a lighthouse, whether people like it or not, to be honest. But you are welcome to come on over here. This was a miracle. I landed myself a little studio here that is precious on the beach. Well, it's not on the beach. We're actually more on the bay. We're in Normandy Isles, and you're welcome to come anytime if you want to just be able to be yourself. And that could be crying, messy, sloppy, whatever the fuck you want. We can get drunk. I've got vodka. I've got green medicine. And I got all kinds of fun, holistic tools that you can play with to see what works for you. So know that my lighthouse is your lighthouse, always.